everybody, welcome to this guide and tutorial for the golden shots. Difficulty level is medium. I'm going to show you 6 shots here on how to get one of the chests with your free shot. Before we start, take your time. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, also that bell button. You will get a notification every time there is a new video or a live stream. Also, if you do want to have a training session with me or maybe get one of the tour text guide packages or text guide packages for tournaments, patreon.com/golf-tommy. Link you can find in the video description down below. So we're gonna get going here. Take a look at the golden shot. Which one are we going to play? We're gonna play Santa Ventura edition. We have played this one before. It was a while back though, but we have definitely played this one before. It's going to be super important that you do understand that we're going to have to over adjust our shot. And you know, it's going to be super important to get one of the chests, as always, that we can build up with kingmakers, but also some club cards. We do have the onyx chest as the hole-in-one chest. Then we do have the fire chest, that's the yellow chest. Scarlet chest, that's the red one. And then we do have the topaz chest, that's the light blue one, and the azure chest as the dark blue one. We're going to play with the golden long iron every shot. And as you can see on the screen, we're going to have a maximum distance adjustment with a 10% over adjustment. So we need to add, so we're going to play downhill. If you do not use any calculator or something like that, then you're going to use the number 1.7 per ring. So you can count that out, approximately how many rings you will have to adjust. If you do need more information about the golden shot, then you can press the question mark on the top right, and then you get to the frequently asked questions about the golden shot. And that's valuable, especially if you're new to the golden shot and maybe you just won't have the information before you take your free shot, or maybe if you buy shots. You have one free shot, you don't have to buy shots, so everyone that plays and have an active account in the game get one free shot, and that's why it's so important to really know how to play, so we're not wasting that one and go outside all the rings. But then of course there's a possibility, as you can see here down there, you can buy one shot at a time, or you buy 6 shots like in one bulk or something like that. So yes, then we're gonna take a look, as I said, maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment, which is also 1.7 per ring. We're gonna take a look at the landing position here. And the landing position is going to be, as you can see, with the +2 yard mark. So if you can take a look there at the screen, you will see the +2 yard mark below the little box we do have on the left outside the white ring. And at the same time, we're going to have the yellow ring with the bottom part by the fringe. That's your starting point. Then of course you're going to have to tweak from there, that we're going to have to move slightly to the right or slightly to the left if we do have some crosswind to either direction. And if you do have a tailwind, you're going to have to pull back just a smidge. And you're going to see that in the video as well. The same is with headwind. We're going to have to draw back a little bit. And then reduce a little bit of backspin, but I'm going to explain everything here in the video, so you're gonna feel confident enough when going for the chest. So we're gonna take the first shot, 3.8 tailwind. Now we're gonna look with 4.5 bar backspin. So every shot we're going to play with 4.5 bar backspin. We start at the +2 yard mark with the ball guideline straight at the pin, or at least as straight as we can with our eyesight be able to get it to. Then I'm going to back off a little bit here, down to +1 yard mark, and then I'm going to take my shot from this position. So 3.8 is going to be slightly more than 2 rings. Not much more than 2 rings, but slightly more. And then gonna take the shot. You can see I'm not using any curl, I'm not using any side spin, I'm just using the backspin on my club. But I hit it great! No! Even though with a great, we still get it almost inside to get the yellow ring, but we did get the red one with a great shot. That's good. I will take that all day and every day to get a chest with that. A couple of kingmakers, which is nice, and that's what we're looking for in the end. So okay, 3.2 tailwind. Now we have to redeem ourselves, and of course in the golden shot it's super important to hit perfect. If we do not hit perfect, doesn't really matter how good the adjustment is that we're making, because we're still gonna miss anyway. Now I back it up a little bit, but you can see I'm backing it up a little bit to the right as well. Try to feel like I would have a little bit of side wind, but kind of forget like we only have a 3.2 side wind and the ball is not going to be affected that much that I'm getting at there. Going to be slightly less than 2 rings, 1.9. And once again, we do have a max backspin and no side spin, and this one is going to miss to the right due to myself making a slight mistake here to just move my target too much to the right because I believe that the ball is going to be affected more. So just a smidge there to the right of the pin to compensate for the crosswind, not more than that. A couple of kingmakers once again is what I'm looking for. 4.1, once again tailwind. We're gonna have tailwind and we're going to have crosswind, we're going to have headwind as well. So we're going to get all the wind here. So 4.1, and now I'm going to back up from the starting position here. Backing up, and you can see I'm backing up to +1, but now I'm going off the plus yard mark, which is a little bit of a mistake here. We do want to stay at the +1 yard mark with approximately half of the yellow ring inside on the green. Now we do have like 2/3 of the yellow ring on the fringe there, which is a little bit too much. But you know, it's details, small margins, but it is important as we do want to get the ball in the hole. Now we do get the yellow ring, which is good, but we're still short and we're still a little bit to the right, and that we need to, tweak a little bit here. Still have a couple of more shots left to go. And got some Spitfire cards, some Kingmakers, and once again, I'm looking for Kingmakers here when it comes to my main account, as I do grind. And then I want to grind with Kingmakers if I do have some. Now, look at one thing here that is super important, and that's why I'm using this video here with headwind. Even though we have a very minor headwind, starting at the +2 position is going to be making us going in between clubs. So, the thing that you want you to do is that I want you to aim on the fringe. So you aim on the fringe with 3.5 to 4 bars of backspin. Ball guide line pointing straight at the hole. And then you're going to, in the end, going to adjust, and then you're not going to be in between clubs. Now I'm going in between clubs, and therefore I'm changing backspin in the end. So I'm taking off a little bit of backspin due to that I'm going to not bounce on the position that I aim for. So in headwind, max backspin is many of the times going to get you to go short. Super close though, we took the edge there and roll around, but to getting ourselves in between clubs in the golden shot is worthless and not something that we want to do, of course. Aiming straight at the pin, tailwind again, +2 yard mark, we're gonna back up. We're gonna play it from the +1 yard mark. As we do have tailwind, I'm not gonna go more further down. Approximately half of the yellow ring inside on the fringe, and also the rest of the half are going to be on the green. So we're going to have 2 rings. We hit it perfect, and as you can see, we're back to max backspin on our shot. We bounce where we want to. Coming up there, still bouncing a little bit to the right, but the distance were perfect. I want to have that hole in one. Okay, last shot here. I'm gonna have a crosswind, 4.9 crosswind, and this is, I would have to say, the hardest shot you can get as crosswind, and a pretty strong wind. Now with crosswind, we're gonna start at the +2 yard mark, and we're not gonna leave the +2 yard mark. Then we're going to compensate a little bit to the right due to the bounce that we're going to get, which is going to give our ball a slight extra push to the left due to the crosswind that we're going to have. Not much, but still going to have some. I'm going to adjust this one for 2.8 rings. And we're gonna hit the ball perfect here in the end. Can we get this one in the hole? Looks left, looks left, looks left. Oh! We got to zoom in at least, but ladies and gentlemen, this was the guide and tutorial for medium. So to just summarize, in tailwind we go with max backspin, which is 4.5 bars. That we do in crosswind as well. In headwind you play with 4 bars, not 4.5. So that's the only change you're going with headwind. Okay, we always start in the +2 yard mark. So as you can see here, we are always going to start in this position. Doesn't matter what wind you're having. But if you do have a tailwind, you're going to back up and go to +1 yard mark. So you're going to back off. So you do have the yellow ring, half of the yellow ring inside of the on the green, and the rest of the half on the fringe. If we do have a crosswind, we stay on the same position as shown here in the picture. If you do have a headwind, you're going to back off. So the bullseye of your club there is going to be on the fringe before you start adjusting, just because in headwind we're otherwise going to be in between clubs. No side spin, no curl. The only thing that we're going to tweak is that we're going to move our landing position slightly left, slightly right, just a little bit if we do have a crosswind from left to right or right to left, doesn't really matter, but we'll still need to adjust our landing position just slightly to compensate for that. So, thank you so much for watching. If you do like the video and the content, please take your time, hit thumbs up before you go. And once again, good luck in the golden shot.